Hello, everybody. Bob Gilio again. I just want to go through washing windows once again. This is the second edition. It has a lot of improvements that I put into the process, so I feel this is the most efficient process I've come up with so far. So here we go. So here's your window. The first thing you want to do is remove the grill, which is snapped out of place like that. Okay, and then what we're going to need 3 towels. One for the floor. We put right here on the floor, like this, okay? And then we're gonna open this window by, this is an Andersen double hung. It has tilt wash capability. So we're gonna go ahead and open the window, like that. And this is where the second towel comes into play. You put a towel now on the sill. It's gonna be underneath the lower sash, like this. Actually, better to do it long ways, like this. Okay, we're going to open the window now, like this. Okay, now the second thing we're going to do is we're going to move these pins out of the way. We're going to pull this down, and then we're going to squeeze this out. Good. And then we're going to have, this is where the third towel comes into play. We're going to put the third towel right between the panes, like this, just like that. And now, I want to, I'm using a glass cleaner. This is more of a professional glass cleaner I use. It is this Zep ammonia-free glass cleaner concentrate. So I've had this for a while, and it works really well. Any good glass cleaner will work. So basically what I do is I just spray the window like this. Okay, just get it covered. And now I've improved the process because now I am going to use this kind of swab sponge here to work in the cleaner. Make sure we get a good cleaner scrubbing effect on the glass. Before we just squeegee it right off. But this gives a much better detailed cleaning. Okay, and now we're going to squeegee it off like this. Okay. I'm just going to squeegee that down. I'm going to use this towel here as a dabber for the squeegee to dry it off at every pass I make. Now, the next step is we use the first rag. This can be a little damp. It can be a coarse cleaning rag, but something has to be very absorbent. So now you just wipe down the window, get all the excess cleaner off of the window. It should be dry, not a wet rag. A little bit damp is okay. And then we finish the process with a completely dry polishing cloth like this. Okay, to make sure we get all that residue off. And the better the cleaner you use, the less of a residue problem you're going to have. Now, in this case, this window has some, looks like the painter had some overspray here. So you will see that occasionally in the windows, and you really can't get that off with a cleaner. So what I have for those cases, go ahead and just clean those right off, scrape those right off with a little razor. They come right off. And then what I do is I'm going to look at the window in the sun, if you have, preferably. And then you're going to look for any smudging or film left in the window, and it looks pretty good now. I see a hell. I'm going to push it up, but I'm not going to lock it all the way back in because in case now I'm going to see something through the window. Okay, so again, we just spray this window, and now we're going to use a kind of sponge on a pole thing here. We're going to just clean it off again, and again, working all the soap into the window. Get a nice clean window. And now we're going to do the squeegee, okay? Like that. Good. That's good. Okay, again, not with the coarse cloth, not the polishing cloth, to clean up any of the drips and the leftover liquid cleaner, window cleaner, and also wipe the window down. Any of the cleaner left to fill. Usually it won't. If you do really good with the squeegee, you'll have very little need to use this rag. This is the important one. This is the polishing one. So once we get both sides good, we're gonna just go ahead and pop it back in place. Great time to put the grill back on. Everything's clean. I just wipe down the grill as well, in case there's any dust or dirt on it. We're gonna then pop this in place because it's a nice, comfortable height for me to work on the grill like this. So we're just gonna pop that right back in place like that. Now the top sash done, we're gonna do the bottom sash. So on this sash, what I do is I have the rug on the carpet, sorry, the towel on the carpet in case anything drips. But then I just take this one and I just put it right here, and this will be my blotter for the sash. Careful it doesn't go over because it could fall outside the window. So then you're gonna spray this one down. Same way, everything's the same. We're going to run a mop over this, rub out all the dirt. It's a bit of clean. Okay. Good. And now we're going to use the squeegee, like you saw me before. Blotting it, squeegee with the towel. And once you get all that blotted up, then we're going to remove this. Just going to just run this around here. Getting a big excess cleaner picked up. All right, and now we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to do first this coarse rag, cleaning cloth, very absorbent. Get all the last liquid off. And now we're going to use the polishing one, like this. This is the most important one. It makes sure that no film, this picks up the last of the film, like that, okay? And then, again, we're going to position it back up, but don't push it all in all the way. Okay, so again, we're going to do this sash now, like this. Okay, and now, just a note about this. This is just I started with it dry, I washed it and dried it. So, and then over the course of working with it, it does get damp and wet from the addition of the cleaning solution on every window. But I don't dip it in water, I don't rinse it, because I feel like there's no liquid left in the window, so what's the point of adding more liquid when I'm getting all the soap off anyways? Okay, like that. And now I'm using the same squeegee over and over again, and just doing the same thing. There's no water. The key to this process is you minimize the liquid and the water. That is just, it adds more complexity and work that you really don't need to do. You see these windows come out very clean with this technique, this method. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and dry this off. This. Okay. And when I'm doing this, I'm looking at the window to make sure that there's nothing left, using the sunlight. And like the other window, this has some spray, overspray. So I'm going to clean that off with my razor blade. Okay, so now that we scraped off the paint, we cleaned both sides, I checked it, push it back into place, and there you go. That window is clean. You can see how clean it is. No streaking. It really came out nice.